undefined soul's desire. You don't even know what you did. Now I'm on fire, fire, burning, burning out of control, taking me higher, higher, a feeling I can't hold on my own.
Hello and welcome to My Psychic Connection with me, Innerji The Metaphysical Crone. I hope you are fired up and geared up for an hour of readings, games, lots of information, just to see you through part of tonight. So tonight we have a show theme of the beautiful flower geranium. So I'll talk more about that and its meaning and associations a little bit later on. But I hope everyone's doing well. I hope your week has gotten off to a good start and hopefully it will get better. But as we go through the readings, we might find out. And talking about readings, let's go through some of the house rules. So remember, we don't do any medical or legal readings of any kind. Now, for general readings, if you would like a general reading, you can go to mypsychicconnection.com and get your general reading there. Now, of course, we have our usual 2 minutes free reading. Stop on the bell. Even if it's mid-sentence, I'm stopping on the bell. And of course, if you would like a donated or a paid reading, then there are some great offerings available for you tonight if you would like to have a longer or a deeper dive into your question. You have the choice of a quick reading. There is the mini and the mega readings. Now, both the mini and the mega are untimed. And Monica says, hello, beautiful. Well, hello, beautiful, back to you. Lovely to see you here, Monica. And so also too, I'm not doing mediumship tonight, but that doesn't mean that you can't get mediumship readings. If you would like a mediumship reading, you can also go to mypsychicconnection.com. And of course, there are some fabulous mediums here at My Psychic Connection. So you can always tune into Journey Ryan, Destiny K, or Psychic K if you would like to have a mediumship there. I am a medium, but I'm currently not doing it at the moment, focusing on the tarot. In terms of questions, try and make your questions as specific as possible. Give me some context. If it's a love question, are you in a relationship? Are you looking to be in one? If it's a career one, is it a new job you're looking for? Are you looking at changing the complete industry that you work in? So a little bit of meat, a little bit of context means that I can jump straight into answering your question as quickly as I can. So with all of that, we've got some games later. We've got the emoji game kicking off right now. So don't forget, start putting in those kangaroos because the person with the most emojis will win a divination reading from me later in the show, plus some other games as well. So I think we're all ready to go. I hope you are. So let's take our first question. Who do we have, please? And we have Sabrina. Hello, Sabrina. Sabrina says, hi, lovely. Will my daughter's father have any sort of relationship with her? I'm so lost with it all. As much as I don't want him around, I know it's not about me, it's about her. Gosh, that is a really good perspective to come from, Sabrina. And Sabrina, if you could just pop in the chat for me how old your daughter currently is, that would be really helpful for me to know. And I am just going to shuffle some cards and see how this relationship with her dad might be moving forward. Okay. So the first card I have is the Queen of Cups reversed at the moment. And so this is clarifying for me that you're doing this out of your daughter's need, not out of your own need. So this is just confirming that you are coming from a good place. I have the Tower card reversed, and I feel that things aren't very strong for this relationship between father and daughter at the moment. I feel that there's some work that needs to be done. I feel that there's some work that needs to be done between you and your ex in order for this to move forward a little more smoothly. I've got the star reversed, so I'm not seeing a lot of hope in this present time. So I want to go a little bit further into the future and see how it looks. And what have I got? I've got the 10 of Wands reversed. I feel that as time goes by, there will be a small opportunity. This 10 of Wands reversed is about burdens being sort of released. I feel there's so much tension between you and your ex at the moment that it is making it hard for the decision to be made around a relationship between father and daughter. And I feel that that kind of needs to be cleared up first. I've also got the 8 of Cups, and I feel that the energy isn't there on his part at the moment either. I feel that there's some things that he is dealing with, and for some reason it's not top priority for him at the moment. So I feel that moving forward, in order for this to caught halfway through a sentence. Sabrina, I hope that's been of help to you, because those types of relationships, and this is for everyone, not just for Sabrina in regard to her ex and her daughter, but if you're in that situation where you have an ex and you have children involved, you know, what can you do to make it easier for the children? Not for you, not for the ex, but for the children. And sometimes it's easier to deal with an ex if you can come more from that perspective rather than what's happened just between you and your ex. Gosh, I hope that makes sense. Yes. Well, let's go on to our next question. I wonder who we have next. And it's Gemma. Hi, Gemma. Lovely to see you here. And Gemma asks, when can you see Adam next visiting me? He's very stressed with a new temporary job and not good with change. This makes him put up a wall around him with everyone too. He really needs a break soon. So let's have a look at some time frames for you in regard for Adam taking a break. And I'm going to do it in two ways. Adam taking just a break, having some time out, and Adam visiting you, because they're kind of a little bit different, aren't they? So let's shuffle the deck and see. I feel at the moment I've got the Cups card here, the 8 of Cups, and you can see that she's actually facing away from the water. She's facing away from her emotions and looking into the air, and air is about the mental energy. So I feel Adam is not looking at his own emotions. Yes, he's stressed, but he's not dealing with them. He's not facing them. He's too busy caught up in the logical, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. So that's where he's at the moment. I feel between now and Christmas, there's not much opportunity for him to take a break or to come and visit you. I've got the Devil card reversed. And in some ways around this, he's kind of his own worst enemy. He is a bit of a workaholic. He is a high achiever, and he doesn't like letting people down. So he is kind of pushing through all this at his own detriment. So I don't see it happening in December. And looking at January, I've got the Magician card reversed. I don't see potential for January either. I want to go a little bit further ahead for you and look at February. I think we're looking at least 3 to 4 months away before he can take a break and before he can even consider coming to visit you. Let's add a T coin to that. And we've got the Camel. And this is where this is how... Oh, sorry, I had more to say on that, but remember with donations, if you would like to make a donation, all you have to do is go into the Facebook comments or the YouTube chat and click on the link that you'll find there, pop your question in, and then with the donated readings, you do go to the top of the queue. So remember that. So another little option here at My Psychic Connection. And Gemma says, makes sense, thank you. Gemma, my sweet, you are so welcome. And thank you for that good question. That's an example of a good question that has real context in it, because I could jump into the answers straight away. Now, tonight's theme, all about the beautiful flower geranium. Geranium, like all flowers, flowers have meaning. Flowers, just like you and I, have energy. They are a vibration. They all have their own personalities. And the meaning around the flower geranium is that it symbolizes happiness. It also symbolizes well-being, and it symbolizes friendship. And have a look at it. I mean, it's a really happy looking flower. It's full of energy. And this red one in particular, the geranium, does come in different colors as well. But one of the lovely things about geraniums is traditionally, when someone was moving into a house, geraniums were given as a housewarming gift to bring good cheer to the home and good fortune to the home for the coming year. So if you know someone who's moving house, a geranium plant would make an awesome housewarming gift. The other thing about geraniums is that people who follow magical practices use them in many of their magical spells. The geranium root was actually worn around the neck for protection in days gone by. And of course, geranium tea, I don't advocate this. Oh, and Love says some flowers for you, Innerji. Oh, they're beautiful, Love. Thank you. I've got a garden of flowers here on the screen with me. Beautiful. But geranium was also consumed as a love potion in many years gone by as well, to attract love, to create love. And of course, brushing the leaves of rose geraniums onto the windows and doorknobs of your home was supposed to secure your house against intruders as a bit of a protection. Quite fascinating, isn't it? How a beautiful, simple flower that we see in our gardens can have so much meaning. And speaking of meaning, I think I'm ready to ask and check out the meaning of the next question. Who do we have, please? And we have Arisha. Arisha asks, will I be able to get into NUST in chemical engineering? So NUST, I'm assuming that that is a university to study chemical engineering. So let's have a look and see what that might look like. How successful will you be in being able to go to NUST and study chemical engineering? So let's put out some cards for you, my dear. Okay. I've got the Emperor card reversed. So what this is saying to me is that I feel that you've got things that you need to put in order to make it happen. I feel that you haven't pulled everything together again as yet, because when the Emperor card is upright, he's someone who's got everything he needs. He knows how to make good decisions. He knows how to move forward with them. So I feel like you've still got a bit of information that you have to source, and possibly some paperwork that hasn't been completed yet. Will you get accepted? I've got the Queen of Swords. I feel that you will get into chemical engineering. I feel that you've got a good analytical mind, because this Queen of Swords, I feel, represents you. So I feel that, yes, you will be able to go there and study chemical engineering. I've also got the Eight of Swords. And this is saying to me that make sure that you know what you're putting yourself into. Know how much time, effort, energy, and work it will require, because this is going to be a very, very detailed form of study for you. And you don't want to go in blind. You can see she's blindfolded here, and she has all these swords. So what I'm suggesting to you is that moving into this, you really need to get your whole life planned out, so that you have good time management, so that this doesn't overwhelm you. And then I've got the Moon reversed. And this is saying to me as well, you need to be clear about what your long-term goal is for doing chemical engineering. And I've got the bell. I hope that was of help for you, Arisha. Thank you so much. And again, another great question. Gosh, study. I remember I did some late studies when I was in my 40s and went to university for the very, very first time. I'd never done it. Nobody in my family had ever gone to university. And I went because I wanted to prove to myself that I was smart enough to do it. And I have to tell you, the time management issue of it was very, very stressful. So if anyone is doing study or looking at doing study of any kind, it's not just about getting into the course. It's about, how do you manage your life? How do you manage your priorities and your time? I know I had to let go of certain hobbies that I had in order to do this study. So that way, if you can get that kind of scheduled and balanced out, I feel that then there's less stress that you have to deal with when you try and live your life and study. Okay, I think we should go on to another question. Who do we have, please? And we have Love. And love asks, hi, Energy, am I making the right decision to distance from S? He is starting to act a bit possessive. I appreciate some things about him, but certain behaviors seem red flags. Well, let's have a look. I'm going to use my... And she said, I just want to add, it is not a romantic relationship. Okay, so it's a connection. It's a friendship of some sort. Let's have a look. And I am going to use my relationships deck because it's not just about love. It's about all kinds of relationships for you, love. All right. Yeah, I do feel that I've got the Three of Swords here. And so what I see here is I feel that you are making a better decision to distance yourself a little bit, at least for the moment, because I do feel that S is trying to impose their opinions, their thoughts, their way of being onto you. In their eyes, they're being helpful, but they're not giving you the... And love says, awesome, thank you. You're welcome. And they're not giving you the freedom to make your own decisions, to make your own choices. And I've got the King of Pentacles here. And I feel like they're just trying to come in and fix things from their perspective, not from your perspective. And because this is not your life partner, this is a friendship or a connection of some sort, you know, you need the space. So I feel backing off is appropriate. Moving forward, I've got the Two of Swords here, and you can see that they're lying down and they have their backs to each other. And I feel that having a bit of space, a bit of buffer zone, so that without that interference, without that imposition of energy, and love says exactly, without that imposition of energy, you can get yourself back on track. You can start to feel more confident about you and the decisions you make. Because I feel that this person, when they give their... Oh, that bell, that bell. I love the bell. What am I saying? Look, I do hope you found that to be of help, love. And don't forget, if you would like more information on that question, you can hit the donate in the comment section. So, people, friends, has anyone else been in a situation like this? Let me know in the comments. Have you been in a situation where you've got this great friend, they want to help you, they're there for you, but they kind of seem to want to take over running your life for you? I'd love to hear how you handle any situations like that you've been in, where you've got a great friend, but they just become too imposing, they become too controlling, because there are so many ways that people handle it. So pop that in the comments. I would love to hear your stories. Okay, a little bit more about geraniums. And love says, you nailed it, exactly as you said, and beyond helpful. Oh, love, thank you for that feedback. Really appreciate it. And speaking of feedback, if you would like to leave a review on any of the readings that you've had here with me or with any of our wonderful psychics here at My Psychic Connection, make sure you go over to journeyryanlive.com/reviews and you can leave the review in there. We would love to hear your feedback. We would love to know how the reading has been helpful to you. Now, of course, in Victorian times, talking about geraniums, as I've mentioned in previous shows, in Victorian times, so many messages were sent backwards and forwards between friends, potential romantic people, between lovers, and little secret messages were done through the giving and receiving of flowers. Now, for geranium, it was about love and friendship and well-being, but there was a little bit of a shadow side to it as well. And sometimes what they would do is they would give the posy upside down instead of upright, which meant it was the opposite meaning. And geraniums, when they were given in a not so nice way, symbolized envy, deceit, stupidity, and foolishness in certain situations. So for example, say someone thought I did something really silly and they didn't want to tell me out loud, they would give me a bunch of geraniums upside down. And if I followed the meaning, I would know what they were saying. Wouldn't be happy about it, but I would know what they were saying. So quite fascinating how flowers, particularly in that Victorian era, were used to send messages. Do you have a favorite flower? Pop in the comments if you have a favorite flower. I'd love to know what yours is. My favorite flower, considering I'm an aromatherapist, this is an unusual one because this one doesn't have an aroma. But my favorite flower of all time is the iris, the purple and yellow iris. What's yours? Let's go on to our next question, please. Oh, crystal connection time. Okay, before the show, I chose a crystal, and you have to guess the crystal. Start keying in now. You have 2 minutes. Start keying in to see if you can choose which crystal that I chose. And the person who guesses the winning crystal will win a divination reading with me. And M says, my favorite flower is spider lilies. Oh, nice. And Squirrel says, I like daisies. And Love says it's tulips because they last with me. Yes, some flowers, I'm not good with flowers in vases. I never get them to last too long, but they're beautiful while I have them. So remember, keep putting in those guesses, type away, tune in. I'm sending you out mentally the name of the crystal as well. And what other flowers might you like? Other flowers, roses are for love. Roses are all about love in different forms. Pink roses are that soft, nurturing love. Alison says, I love peonies. I do say that correctly. I'm not very good with flower pronunciations. Red roses are for that passionate love. White roses are for the purity of love. So many different meanings there. How are we going? Are we getting a winner? To keep typing, keep typing. I will give you a hint. It is not a red crystal. The color of the crystal is purple. I wonder which crystal it could be. Oh, keep keying in. Think about all those purple crystals that exist. Which one do you think that I have chosen for tonight's winning crystal for Crystal Connection? And speaking of crystals, I'm going to talk about a pink crystal that I personally associate this with geraniums, with pink geraniums, and it's pink tourmaline. Oh, we've got a winner. I'll come back to that. Love says amethyst. Yes, congratulations, Love. The crystal I chose was amethyst, and there's my beautiful big raw piece of amethyst. I sit and hug this one. It's beautiful. Amethyst is great for spiritual connection, for healing on all levels. Amethyst is a good protection crystal. It's helpful when you want to have dreams. So many ways that you can use amethyst. I consider it like an all-round crystal. If I can only have one, I will have an amethyst. But Love, it's time for your winning reading. What deck will I use today? I am going to use my Whispers of Aloha deck. So let's shuffle the deck, Love, and see what is revealed for you as our Crystal Connection winner tonight. And we have, so I'm doing 3 cards for you. The first card, we've got a beautiful mermaid swimming with dolphins. And Love says, yay, my birthstone. Every psychic has one. Yeah, every psychic does have an amethyst. It's part of our base kit, and same for crystal healers as well. So the card for you is about living with significance. It's about how you make an impact. I want you to be aware of how you are impacting your own life, how you are impacting other people's lives, and how they are impacting you. Sometimes we do things and we don't realize the impacts that we are making, and other people do the same thing and they don't realize the impacts upon ourselves. So with this card, I want you to consider when you are doing something for someone else, be aware precisely of the type of impact you want to make. For example, you might want to support someone. How can you support them in a way that they really need, as opposed to in a way that you think they need? Because sometimes they're different. So just be aware of that. Live with your significance. Understand that you are significant. You are unique. You are important. And it is important for you to do what is significant for you. The next card I have is a beautiful owl in flight. And this one is saying to be on the lookout. Be alert to what's going on around you. And this kind of follows on, and Love says, yes. And this kind of follows on from this first card that I just talked about being significant, about impacts. And so be aware of what's happening around you and the impacts that that might be having on you. Because when you become aware of your surroundings, what people are doing around you, you are better placed to then react or respond. The third card I have is a beautiful one, a beautiful hula girl with the fire and the lava. And this is building on your foundations, transforming through wisdom. So the message for you, love, is to build on what you already have by looking at the impact you have on others and the impact that they have on you, and making sure that you're putting yourself up front and center, but also being aware. Be really aware, because when you're aware, you can keep building on those foundations. Well, congratulations, love, on being our Crystal Connection winner this evening. And thank you for playing. Isn't that a standard line they say in TV game shows? Thank you for playing. All right, let's go on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And we have Alex. Alex says, I believe I connected with a soulmate we met last Monday. It didn't go as though. Is the connection with this soulmate over in this incarnation? Was I completely deluded within this situation? Well, Alex, I'll have to give you my own little point of view on soulmates first. I actually think there is more than one soulmate in our lives, and I believe that soulmates don't necessarily have to be romantic partners. So I'm going to ask about this soulmate that you've met, that you're calling a soulmate, and we'll just ask about that connection, okay? Because there were quite a few questions in there. Let's see what we've got for you. So 3 cards and a tea coin. Been a bit sluck with the tea coins tonight, haven't I? Okay, so I've got the Knight of Wands reversed. I feel that this connection that you've made with this person, it's not actually moving anywhere at the moment. I feel that you have put too much emphasis on this initial connection. You're trying to have something meaningful when you haven't really gotten to know the person yet. The way we recognize someone whom we might consider a soulmate or a significant other is by getting to know them. So you're kind of putting the cart before the horse. And if it didn't go well, that just might mean that it was an off night. You know, you don't want to place all of your eggs in that one basket, that one thing, unless you feel this person is definitely not right for you. The other card I have is the 7 of Pentacles upright. So this is a card where you put in effort and then you wait. So I feel like there's a level of impatience for you around wanting to be in a relationship. And I feel like you need to kind of cool your jets a little bit. Just take things little bit by little bit. And then the third card I have is the 5 of Cups reversed. So I feel that for you, it's like, don't take this to heart. Don't read too much into it. I feel that there is so much. I'm so sorry we have run out of time, but I do hope that has been of help to you. And this happens a lot, I find, and I've been guilty of this in the past as well. You meet someone, or you get a connection with someone, and then you go and go to dinner with them or go out somewhere with them, and love says, very resonating in my situation. Thank you so much, Innerji. Love, you are very, very welcome. But as I said, sometimes we meet someone, we get that instant connection or feel that we do. And then when we spend a little bit of time with them, it all kind of seems to go sour for some reason. And that's because when we make that initial connection, it's an initial feeling. But in order to really see where a relationship or a friendship or a connection might go, we really need to take more time. It's not just an instantaneous thing. Have you found that as well? Have you ever been where you've made an instant connection with someone and thought, oh, wow, yes, and then it's just all gone topsy-turvy and it hasn't worked out? Or have you been in the other situation where you did have an instant connection and yes, it did work out? See, the instant connection is only that initial spark, that initial point. How it moves from there is dependent on how you relate to the person and how you grow together. I do hope you found that little bit of advice, that little bit of insight from my own life to be of help to you. So let's take another question. Oh, I'm just reaching for another deck. Time for the lightning round. Oh, wow. Okay, lightning round. This is where you can type in as many questions as you want, but it is only for a yes or no answer. So what, where, how, and why questions, they don't get answered. It's will this happen or won't this happen? Will I do this or won't I? So yes, no. And of course, if no energy comes through, I will say undetermined. So start keying in those questions now. We have 3 minutes. Get those fingers going, get them typing. We want yes, no's. I'm so excited about doing this, and I will have to curb my tongue and stick to just the yes or the no, even though there's usually much, much more to say about any question that is ever asked. And for this lightning round, I'm going to use a different deck. I am going to use my traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, just for a bit of a different approach. But you know what? I'm not showing you the cards so that you can read them. It'll just be a yes or no. So let's see those questions. And Erica Serafina asks, will I date Johnny? Let's have a look. No. And we have Jenny Lynn. Should I stay in relationship with Ron? And we have undetermined. Love asks, will I be able to do the project in the coming weeks? Let's have a look. Undetermined. So much more I wanted to say about that one. And Monica says, will I get a lump sum of money soon? Let's see. Oh, I just dropped the cards. So let me shuffle that one again. Oh, no. So much more on that one as well. Jenny Lynn, I think we just did that one, stay in a relationship with Ron. Let's go on to the next one. And Love asks, am I correct about who Kay is? Let's have a look. No. Monica, will I get true love? As in real love. True love. Yes. Curly Girly, I love your name. Will Jay come back into my life to reconcile, get back together? Let's have a look at that one for you. Yes. Erica Serafina, does my ex miss me, please? No. Love says, is Dee still my guide? Yes. Monica, am I getting answers from the divine? Ooh. No. Alison asks, will I hear from my daughter before her baby is born? No. Squirrel asks, will our move on Saturday go smoothly? Let's see. No, I'm so sorry. And Monica asks, does M miss me? Let's have a look for you, Monica. No. Alison asks, will I hear from my son before this year is over? No. Oh, I'm getting lots of no's tonight. Is Mohit my twin flame? No. Alison, will I like this new part-time job I got? Well, congratulations on that. And unfortunately, I've got a no. More to say about it, unfortunately. Erica Serafina asks, will he miss me? Will he miss me? No. Wow, predominance of no's tonight for the questions. That was awesome. I hope you found that to be of help. And of course, with our lightning round, it's always just yes, no, or undetermined. So if you had a burning question in there and you would like to know more about it or dive deeper, remember you can always donate by going into the comments in Facebook or in the chat here in YouTube. Click on the link for donations, type in your questions, and then you will go to the top of the queue. And Alison says, thank you. Alison, you are so welcome. I love doing the lightning round, but it's kind of a love-hate relationship for the lightning round for me, because I love doing the yes, no's, but I always want to say more. Being a Sag, my mouth likes to go, as you might have all gathered by this time. Okay, let's take our next question, please. Who do we have? And we have Monica. Monica would love to know what gifts I have and am I connected to the divine? All right, well, let's have a look, Monica. Now, of course, we got a no in the lightning round. And what I wanted to say about that no in the lightning round was that it's not that you're not connected. We're always connected, but you're just not consciously and actively connected at the moment. So let's have a look and see what your abilities might be. All right. This first card is just confirming that the connection isn't there right now. I've got the Four of Cups reversed. And so the cups are representative of our emotions, our intuition, our psychic abilities. And I feel that for you, in order to develop your psychic gifts, you actually need to start putting in practical, how can I put this? I'll just say it out loud, practical effort. It's not just going to magically come to you. Certainly we get hints, we get messages, we get awareness, but if you really want to develop gifts, you need to sort of start practicing. You need to start learning and studying, understanding more about how it works, and particularly how it works for you. I've got the 10 of Cups here, and so I feel that one of your gifts might be clairvoyance, and I'm really drawn to the photographs in the card. And so I feel that clairvoyance, or the ability to see, might be one of the gifts that you could possibly develop. We have so many psychic gifts within us, but some are more dominant than others. And I feel that this one would be the one that would be more dominant for you, at least now. I encourage people just to start. This is for everyone. I encourage people to start with one ability and focus on that rather than trying to do it all at once, because your energies then get scattered. Moving forward in terms of using this gift of clairvoyance, I have the Page of Pentacles. And so this is just confirming what intuitively I got before, that what you need to do is you need to set up some time to practice. You need to set up. And we have the bell again, but I do hope that was of help. And again, this is for everyone. We all have intuition. We all have our gut instinct. Even people who say, oh, I'm not psychic, I don't believe in that stuff, they have that gut instinct when something is going on. It's hardwired into us. But when we want to develop our clairs, as they're called, our psychic gifts, it is about putting the energy and the effort in, because we have to work on our own vibrational frequency as well as bringing in the vibrational frequency of the spiritual connection. So I always encourage people, explore it. If you can find a good mentor, read some books on it, but also make sure you trust yourself as well. That's one of the hardest things being psychic, is learning to trust the messages that you get, but that does come with time. All right, let's go on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And we have Jenny Lynn. Jenny Lynn asks, hi, Innerji. Do you see me staying in a relationship with Ron? He's been really annoying to me lately. Oh, that happens in every relationship, but I understand how you're feeling. And she says it's been 14 years. Okay, so you've been in this relationship for a while. This long-term steady relationship. Let's just see. I'm going to see how it might move forward about staying in this relationship. See what it will look like. Well, I feel like Ron's very set in his ways. I've got the Emperor card here. I feel like he is quite set in his ways. He's a person that doesn't like change. And so I feel in terms of the relationship, you're wanting to do some new things. You want to change things up. And he's quite comfortable with the way things are and the routine that he has. I do believe moving forward, though, there is a small opportunity. It's only a small one. I've got the Ace of Wands reversed. And so I feel it's about putting energy back into the relationship if you want it to continue moving on. Whether you should relieve the relationship or not, that is a free will choice that you need to make. No one should tell you to leave a relationship unless something really awful comes up in the cards, and I'm not seeing that at the moment. I've got the Nine of Wands reversed. Now, when this card is upright, we've got people arguing in the background, and then we've got one person in the front not wanting to be involved. And so when I see it reversed, I feel that you've got to move past where you are. I feel that you've both got to look at the relationship, where it is now. I feel that Ron kind of is living in the past, the way the relationship has always been, and you've been wanting to move it forward. I've got the Four of Cups reversed next. And I feel that, yeah, this is really, really getting you down. You're feeling it more than he does. So how will it look moving a little bit more into the future? Let's see. I'm so sorry. Talk about timing. I've left you on a cliffhanger with that one. I'm so sorry. But remember, you can always do a donated reading if you feel you need more information. So we've got Mystic Moment. Wow, that time has come around quickly. So tonight's Mystic Moment, I'm doing every week. I like to do something a little bit different with the Mystic Moment. I like to surprise you. And so tonight I'm actually going to draw a card for you from my Confidence Heart deck. And these cards are not about telling you what the future might hold or give you insights to where you're at. It's more about asking a question for you to contemplate in regard to your own life. So I am going to shuffle the deck and see which card comes out. Whoa, here we go. Oh, well, for starters, I love the artwork. It's abstract art, but I absolutely love the energy and the flow there. And the question is, what if I continue to have faith? Now, I'm not talking necessarily about religious faith, but your own internal faith. What would life look like if you continue to have faith, even when things were getting you down? What would it look like during difficult times if you could have faith? Would that give you the energy? Would it give you the impetus to see things through? Would that help you feel a little bit less stressed? And it also makes me think, what is faith? Faith is different for different people. For me, I trust in the faith of my own being. I trust in the faith that I have in my spiritual connections. I trust in the faith that I have in family and friends. What do you have faith in? What areas of life do you feel that your faith can carry you forward, your belief in yourself, if you like? And when we have faith, faith isn't always based on fact and what we know. Faith is based on just trusting. So trust is strongly connected to faith. So what if you continue to have faith when it's really hard to believe in something, when it's really hard to keep going with something? What if you had the faith to continue? Just something for you to contemplate for tonight's Mystic Moment and moving forward in the rest of the week. I do hope you found that helpful. I absolutely love this deck because it takes a very different approach to readings, doesn't it? And Jenny Lynn says, thank you so much, hon. Jenny, my sweet, you are so welcome. Well, of course, tonight's show theme is all about the beautiful geranium flower. It is associated with the heart chakra. And we also have a geranium essential oil as well. There are two types of geranium essential oils. There is geranium, and then we have rose geranium. These are beautiful floral aromas, and they are known for comforting. They bring comfort. They're nurturing. It's a nurturing oil geranium. So it's used when your emotions are feeling out of balance. It's used when you need to soothe and regenerate. So it's great to put in an oil diffuser if you've been in a room where there have been arguments. It will help balance the energies out. It also brings a sense of stability as well. Geranium is often used in cosmetics and skincare because it is very helpful for the skin. Now, I have to put in a disclaimer here. Please don't go out and buy 100% pure geranium oil and stick it on your face. No, 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 no. It needs to be diluted. It needs to be mixed with either a cream or a vegetable oil like cold-pressed sweet almond oil or jojoba. But it is a component of many, many skincare products as well. Geranium is also helpful for easing pain. It can assist with healing infections because it has anti-inflammatory components to the chemistry that makes up the oil. It's also antibacterial, so it's a great getting rid of bacteria kind of oil as well. And it helps with anxiety and depression. I think, for me, I love my essential oils for physical things, but I really think they shine when it comes to the emotional aspects and our psychological and mental aspects. I feel essential oils are terrific for that. And geranium is great for that. It helps balance the emotions. It nurtures. It helps with acute fear. So if you're terrified of doing something, having a little whiff of geranium oil can help calm and rebalance. So that's a little bit about that. I hope you're enjoying tonight's show theme. And don't forget, put in some flowers in the comments. I'd love to see, and tell me your favorite flower. That would be great. And while I've been talking about healing, it just reminded me, I am a Reiki practitioner, as are a number of our psychics here at My Psychic Connection. So if you're in need of some healing this week, if you would like to just put a blue heart in the comments, I will put you onto my healing list and send you some healing for the week. Okay, let's go on to our next question. Who do we have, please? And we have Tonya. Tonya asks, how do I become more aware of guidance from my spirit guides and my ability to know things? Well, let's have a look, Tonya. So let's see what the card or cards have to say. Okay. So the first card I have is the Ace of Swords. And aces are about big new beginnings, planting the seeds for new opportunities. So I feel, in terms of connecting with guides and understanding the messages that are coming through, I feel like you've got to just put yourself into that headspace, put yourself saying, I am open to receive. Sometimes we need to mix our logical left brain with our psychic right brain, working them together in order to get a message through. What can you do? You need to just tune out the world a little bit more. I've got the World card reversed. So what it is, it's about you having some quiet time. Get into the practice of meditation or guided visualization, finding a guided visualization that will talk you through making connections to your guides, making connections to the divine, and doing that on a regular basis. Having quiet time, unplug from your phone, unplug from the world for a little bit of time every day, and set the intention. And Tonya says, I think I have gift for seeing and feel I have always been watched over by guides, but ever since I survived cancer. And then a sudden cut, yep, I feel things and hear, am I crazy? No, Tonya, you're not crazy at all. If that's the case, every psychic in the world is crazy as well, because we all see, hear, we feel, some people feel things. So if your clair is clairvoyance, the ability to see, and that you're an empath and you feel, this is where we bring in that Ace of Swords. And I'm sorry, we got to the bell, but trust yourself. And I'm going to talk to everyone about psychic connections, about being able to use our clairs, our psychic abilities. It's a two-way street. We need to tune in just as spirit guides need to connect with us. And so what I was going to say before was that for everyone, we might get a feeling. We might get an instinct about something. We might see something. I have a movie screen in my head where I see loved ones who've crossed over. I see words, messages. I see different scenes that I interpret. But what I have to do is I have to use my left brain, my life experience and my training to bring out that interpretation based on what I see. If I feel something, I feel an emotion, I do the same thing. So when it comes to our psychic abilities and developing them, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes commitment. But most of all, it takes intention. And Tonya says, thank you very much. I feel so aware and awake, and I'm looking forward to the crone phase. Welcome to my phase, Tonya. I'm in my crone phase as well. And thank you for the question. And I hope everyone has found that of help. anyone who wants to develop their own gifts, their own psychic abilities. It is an effort and it's an ongoing thing. I still do my own practice. I still do all that. And guess what? We have an emoji winner. Yay. Love. Wow, Love. You are the emoji contest winner. Congratulations. So I'm going to do a divination reading for you. And which deck will I use? I feel like swapping out decks tonight. I'm going to use my astrology deck. I feel a bit like Cassidy the card slinger tonight, swapping out all the decks. All right, love. So I am going to use my astrology deck, do 3 cards, and see what your message is. Here we go. And Love goes, yippee! Thanks, my psychic connection, with lots of sunshine. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I've got the sign of Virgo. So Virgo is the energy of fixed earth, love. So this is saying to me that it's time for you to make sure you're crossing the T's and dotting the I's. You're looking at the details of things. And I've also got the card for retrograde. Now, we all know about Mercury retrograde. So what this is saying to me when I look at a retrograde card in regard to the sign of Virgo, this is saying to me that it's time for you to review the practical things that you've organized in your life, particularly the details, to make sure that you haven't missed anything. That Virgo energy is fabulous at kind of breaking the big picture down into the details, looking at those details closely, and then putting it back together in a way that will work better. So translating that into something that you can do for yourself, love, it's look at the things you've been doing, look at the big picture of what it is that you want, and then look at the details around that. Can you adjust those details, adjust the balance of them so that that works better for you? And it's in the, and Love says, oh no, next month. And then we've got the card for the 12th house. So the 12th house in astrology is about the areas of life. Oh, Love, your Virgo rising. So how appropriate is that card for you? You will understand this because you love order and detail. And so with this 12th house, it's saying that it's about you going inward. It's about introspection. And Love says, and yes, I have to work on details of something. Well, this is saying, yeah, make sure you make that a priority. And if you have to go more inward, if you have to put off other activities, maybe put off friends for a little while in order to get that done, that will be really important for you, because the 12th house is about going more inward. It's also about the boundaries that we have. So I really feel that around this project or whatever it is, you need to set some boundaries in order to make sure that you achieve it. Look, congratulations on being our emoji winner for tonight. And I do hope you enjoyed the astrology deck. That's one I intend to use a little bit more often. Okay, so a little bit more about, I was talking about pink tourmaline earlier. I didn't finish what I was saying. I personally equate pink tourmaline to pink geraniums. The energy just seems to match up for me. And here is a little tumblestone. Now that little stripe in the center is raw pink tourmaline, and it's in a base of white rock. Pink tourmaline can help you with emotional release. Are you one of these people who keep your emotions completely tied within yourself and don't share them? This will help you gently open up emotionally, especially when it comes around to old patterns of pain and hurt, any old destructive feelings. We've all had them at different stages in our lives. Tourmaline can be really, really helpful for that. It's also helpful if you're clinging to the past. By having this stone on you, it can help you let go of the things that aren't working for you anymore, which we might have a habit of holding on to. It also helps you to learn to trust again when your trust has been betrayed. So this is a wonderful, wonderful crystal to use in conjunction with beautiful, nurturing pink geraniums. So I do hope you found that to be helpful. All right, it's time. Can you believe it, people? Can you believe it? Yep. It's time for the last question for the show. So let's see who we have for our final question, please. And we have Erica Serafina. And Erica asks, hi, is my former person going to realise what he lost with me? I know he's dating, but we still live together. All right, I'm going to use my love deck for that one, Erica Serafina. I love your name. So, and he's being angry and distant. Okay, so let's have a look. He's dating other people. And if I can just have that first part of the question put up again, please. He's dating other people. You're still living together, but you're not really in a relationship, and you're wondering if he is missing you. Is that correct? Just want to double check that I've got all that together. And let's see what we have. Well, what I'm seeing here is I've got the Ace of Cups up first, and what I'm seeing here is you think jealous. Okay. What I'm seeing here is that with this Ace of Cups, remember I talk about aces being big new beginnings. Cups are about relationships and feelings and emotions. I feel that you would like to perhaps go back into a relationship with this person. I feel that they would be, because I'm talking to other guys as well. Well, yeah, if you've broken up, as you should, as you're allowed to. If he's dating, so can you. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, I always say. But with this Ace of Cups, I feel that there is maybe an opportunity, but is it a good opportunity? You know, not every opportunity is for us. The other card is I have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel that for you, Erica, it's about you reasserting yourself. It's about turning that Queen of Pentacles card around and making sure that you're reasserting yourself before you make any decisions about the potential of this. I've also got the Nine of Swords reversed, and I do see things easing off for you. The Nine of Swords can be criticisms of others, opinions of others, other people getting in the way and pulling us down. So the fact that this card is upside down is saying to me that I think you're getting back to you. Good Lord, the time's gone fast tonight. I do hope, Erica Serafina, that that's been helpful for you. Thank you for being here this evening. It's been wonderful sharing time with you once again. I hope you've enjoyed all about geranium and all the crystal and oil associations attracted to it. And of course, for coming up tomorrow, we have some great shows at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 10 a.m. my time here in Australia. We have Down the Rabbit Hole with our beautiful Miss Bunny Sugars. We also have at 10 p.m., which is 2 p.m. my time here in Australia, we have From the Forest, our beautiful squirrel with Whispers from the Forest. And then at midnight, in that midnight hour, in that liminal hour, we have the Astro Breakdown, the astrology breakdown with our beautiful Astro Squirrel. And yes, I'll be back sharing the screen with her. We'll be talking about transits. We'll be talking about signs. We'll be answering your questions. So make sure you're there at midnight tomorrow night for that Eastern Standard Time and join in all the fun. And don't forget, we have a whole range of recorded information on YouTube. Spilling the Tea. We have the new horoscopes, the weekly horoscopes with Journey Rhyme, and so much more. Once again, thank you for being here. It's been an absolute blast. I wish you much love and kisses for the rest of the week. Until next time, many blessings to you.